All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear and see me. Let me know if you can hear and see me. Tap I am in the chat box. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, so my name is Tiffany. As you may or may not have come across me, I'm one third of the Coco founding team. Just a little bit about me. I'm a mental health clinician. I'm super passionate about wellness. I am so connected to my purpose in providing spaces for healing and also cultivating joy. And part of one of my biggest passions around mindfulness is gratitude. So I host an IG live every Monday on my personal IG, Tiff Inspires, called Grounded in Gratitude. And it's a gratitude IG live series that I started during the age of Rona during this year in April to help folks connect to gratitude as a means of stress management and, kind of temper down some of the anxiety. So today we're going to be doing a special Grounded in Gratitude because we're going to be doing some gratitude stuff, but we're also going to be connecting and talking about gratitude in relation to self-love and social wellness. And social wellness is the last area of wellness that we're talking about, which is essentially your relationship with yourself and how you interact with others for your sense of well-being. Okay, so super excited, y'all. Okay, this is going to be interactive. So all of those who are observing, I'm really going to encourage you to lean in with me and type in the chat box, y'all, okay? Because this is how Grounded in Gratitude works, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to start with, there are people in the queue. I don't see a queue for Mimi Moye. So make sure that I'm moderator because I don't see anybody in the queue. So just FYI. Okay, so gratitude. What is gratitude? So when we think about gratitude, yes, you might think of what you're grateful for. But gratitude is an amazing, amazing, amazing mindfulness practice because it allows you to connect with yourself. It allows you to connect to the moment, which is really important. So when you hear the term mindfulness, all it is about awareness, connection to self, and connection to what's going on, okay? So gratitude allows you to be in the present. It's also really great as a stress management tool because oftentimes you're thinking about what's not going on, what's going on, what hasn't happened yet, what you're not doing, what you want to do, and your mind, your body is kind of just all over the place. But gratitude allows you to take note of what exists, okay? So like I said, this is going to be really interactive, okay? So first, we're going to start off with gratitude, okay? So if you're going to come up, I want you to share at least one thing that you're grateful for and why. If you don't want to come up, then I want to challenge you to type it in the chat box, okay? So type at least one thing that you're grateful for and why. And as you do this, I want to encourage you to think of the thing you're grateful for. Take a deep breath. And then I want you to think of the why. Now, this is the magic of gratitude because I could easily say, I'm grateful for my braids, right? But the why matters. Why am I grateful for my braids? Because I expend so much energy giving and loving and sharing that I don't always have the capacity to do my hair. And me having braids, it continues to keep me connected to my Afro self, right? It also allows me a sense of ease to move about my day so that I can focus on the things that matter. To me, most of the time, my hair doesn't matter. So having braids creates that accessibility and ease for me, okay? Now, you might think, okay, Tiffany, it's just hair, right? But again, the meaning always matters. One of the things that makes humans so, so special is our imagination and our ability to create stories and create meaning. The more meaning that you create in life with intention, with clarity, you have a different sense of fulfillment. So creating meaning is important. And when we're thinking about gratitude, that's also important, okay? So what you're doing is you're going to like raise your hand, well, not raise your hand, but request to join. And if you request to join, I'm going to bring you up on stage and you're going to say at least one thing that you're grateful for and why. Or if you want to drop it in the chat box, I'm going to ask you to state at least one thing that you're grateful for and why. Okay. So Mimo, I think you said that you're going to pull people up here for me. So something that I'll share, one thing that I'm grateful for, I'm absolutely grateful for this. I'm absolutely grateful for this because I'm getting like all the best feedback and it's making me feel very warm and fuzzy. And I'm super just immensely grateful to be in this space, exchanging with y'all and to be able to like have this opportunity to learn from myself, but also gift that to y'all. So that is something I'm grateful for today. Okay, Felicia.
Yes, so as you guys can see, I have on my grateful necklace. It's great, it says grateful. And yes, and I am grateful for wellness, right? For health, for being, for breathing, for income during this prosperity, and grateful that I'm in a position to help others that aren't so fortunate right now. So that's totally what I'm grateful that God has put me in the position to be a giver during this pandemic and this tumultuous time.
So much for sharing that. Brittany, what are you grateful for, sis, and why?
Hi, you guys. I'm sorry I didn't know I got pulled into the.
I was like, she don't even know.
I'm grateful for life and I'm grateful for my support system. I'm grateful for both of them because in life itself is a gift and an experience that I'm blessed to be part of with the good and the bad because there's always something to look forward to. And also my support system because they help navigate me through this journey in my decision.
Yes, yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank y'all so, so, so much. If anybody else wants to come up, feel free. The lady, what's your name? Nemo, you can have the lady step down. Thank y'all so much for sharing. I appreciate that. If anybody else wants to share, go ahead and drop it in the comments or we can bring you up. I'm going to read some of these gratitudes, okay? Grateful for life and amazing support system. I'm grateful for the gift of writing because it allows me to honor myself and inspire others. Oh my gosh, like that's major impact. That's such a blessing. I'm grateful for, oh, what happened? I'm grateful for today's sessions because I am feeling a renewed sense of energy. Oh, blessings to you, Sis Shanetta. So grateful to hear that you're grateful for what you got from the sessions. I mean, there's so much. This year has been tumultuous for a lot of people, right? So there's things that are constantly depleting us. And if we can lean into the things that nurture us, restore us, I mean, that is magical. And I'm going to be talking about that after I go through some of y'all gratitude. I'm grateful for the sisterhood of today. Oh, yes, the feedback I receive from everyone in my session continues to tell and support me in walking the right path. Yes, listen, y'all. Robin did an amazing job in the sensuality of exercise. Okay, I'll be doing some of them stretches, child. It was really amazing. So thank you so much. I'm grateful to have met two new people today, Rachel and Danita, Tiana says. That's wonderful. And you know what? Please, I mean, after this, we're going to have the networking open one more time for a good 30 minutes. So please get in there. If we want folks to connect because this is what we do in real life. And so the type of connections that have come from Coco events have been amazing. People have made friends. business partners, all types of stuff, actually genuine connections. So we want y'all to really use the networking function. I'm grateful for, oh, okay, that was Brittany. She came up here and shared. Mary said, I'm grateful for all the collective wisdom shared today and the sisterhood. Y'all are so beautiful. Thank you, Mary. Just reflecting you, sis. Thank you for everything that you have contributed, your passion, your knowledge, your wit. So amazing. B says, I'm grateful for breath. I have become especially grateful for this because I realize that we take breathing for granted. Oh my gosh, B, like for real. Breath work is so powerful, and we don't even realize how powerful our breath is for ourselves. So thank you so much for sharing that. And especially during the pandemic, there are people that have been stricken with COVID that are struggling to breathe. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. How did you feel? So as I'm asking you these questions, I want you to respond, okay? How did you feel sharing the gratitude, or hearing me share the gratitude, or is hearing someone else share the gratitude? Like, what came up for you? I really want to know, because for me, gratitude feels like warm and fuzzy. Gratitude feels, okay, excited. Gratitude feels comforting. Gratitude feels really replenishing. I got refreshing. Oh yes, refreshing. I like that. Feel affirmed. I felt amazing. It's an opening experience. Yeah. And even sharing the gratitude is like a very vulnerable thing, right? Empowering. Okay, listen, you got access to this. I feel happy, like a little kid happy. Yes, okay, this. Okay, tingle, tingle. See, I get so excited. Gratitude is so connected to cultivating joy. And joy, when you get to tap into joy, you tap into the most authentic version of yourself. I think that gratitude is like a very sure pathway to connect to yourself, because it elicits this experience of euphoria and joy. And so that's why we're connecting gratitude to self-love today. Okay. So let's be honest. As women, as Black women, there are a lot of factors, powers, all types of ideals that basically try to teach us to not love ourselves, right? That make us think that we're not good enough, that we're not enough in some kind of way. And that's the basis of it, right? It could be a lot of not enoughness, right? And when you think you aren't enough, you tend to be really critical of yourself and really judgmental, really hard on yourself. Now, I'm just going to do a semi-plug because my life coach is in here. Her name is, what, you got your full name, LaRonda? Yes, LaRonda Crosby Johnson. Okay. She is an amazing life coach, and she supported me during a major transition in my life when my grandfather, AKA like my father, passed. And we talked so much about the power of flowing in ease and grace and being gentle with yourself. So a lot of what I'm about to say is just like stuff that she gave me, okay? We can be so hard on ourselves because the world is hard on us, okay? Sometimes our partners are hard on us. Sometimes our kids are hard on us. Sometimes our community is hard on us. I mean, in the US, it is difficult for Black women, okay? So beyond that, then we focus so much on others. We focus so much on giving, so much on nurturing. We focus so much on production, creating, building wealth, improving ourselves, doing all these things that don't allow us to just sit in the magnificence of our being. So gratitude. How does gratitude connect to self-love? Well, semi-plug. In the marketplace, in the expo, I have one of my books, The 5 Commandments of Self-Love, available for purchase. This book was helpful for me, but you know, helpful for other people. But it was an amazing experience writing this book, because the thing that I came to understand and continue to understand about self-love is, one, it's a journey. So there's no destination. It's not like, oh, you just wake up, I love myself, right? There's a constant regeneration of who you are and understanding of who you are. But at the core of self-love is the idea of unapologetic, unconditional acceptance. Okay, that's for the light, the darkness, the everything in between, and learning how to lean into that constantly. So when it comes to gratitude, learning how to accept all aspects of your being is something that's really, really, really powerful. In this book, I have 5 commandments. They are to honor thyself, honor thy mind, honor thy body, honor thy spirit, and practice forgiveness. Forgiveness of self and others, okay? And so even when we think about gratitude in relation to forgiveness, what are the lessons that we can learn from the circumstances that left stains or wounds in our heart, in our spirits? What is the opportunity that we have to lean into when it comes to letting go of something that we did to someone else, that we did to ourselves, that someone else did to us? Okay, you can always find gratitude if you challenge yourself. So what I want to do right now is, again, give you the opportunity, if you want to come up and be really, really, open with it and transparent and vulnerable. If you know me, you know I'm all about that shit. Or if you just want to drop it in the comments, you can do that too. I want you to share one challenge that you're grateful for and why. And I also want, so a challenge that you've experienced, it could be recent, this year, in life, whatever the case. I want you to share one challenge that you're grateful for and why. And I also want you to share one strength that you are grateful for and why. Now, when it comes to gratitude, there's nothing too small, nothing too big. It could be an internal thing. It could be possessions. It could be tangible and intangible. It could be people, places, experiences. Gratitude is endless. It's infinite. But one thing that I really love to do as a consistent act of self-care is express gratitude for myself, whether that is externally or internally, something about me. So again, I want to challenge you. We're typing, y'all. We're typing. Now you don't have to, but I'm just encouraging it. Okay. What is one strength of yours that you are grateful for and why? And what is one challenge that you've overcome or have moved through, or even are moving through right now, that you are grateful for and why? Again, you can type it in the chat, or you can come up. Now I'll go ahead and share. For me, one strength that I'm grateful for is optimism. Oh, goodness. I'm so grateful for optimism because, I've had a lot of things, as any Black woman, that could have really, really taken me under, and did definitely take me under at times. But my optimism, my belief, my hope, my faith always pushed me. And so I'm grateful for optimism because it keeps me going, especially when things feel really dark, especially when things feel really heavy. One challenge that I'm grateful for, my mother passed in 2018, and it was heart-wrenching. It continues to be heart-wrenching. However, I'm grateful for it because her death taught me so much about the value of life in a very different way than, like, my grandfather passed in 2016. That taught me a lot, but it was very different lessons. And so I felt like in going through that, I learned how to lean on people more. I learned how to be honest about my feelings. If I wasn't fucking feeling happy, I wasn't going to be like, I'm fine. I don't feel well today. I feel sick. I feel tired. I feel depressed. I feel weary. I feel vulnerable. I feel fragile. Like I was so keen, y'all, in naming the honest emotions, because I was like, I ain't trying to like fake nothing for nobody, because I ain't got the space, and I'm not about to create the space for nobody else's comfort if I'm going through this pain. And part of that came from people not knowing how ill my mother was when she died. And so many people at her homegoing service was like, she just smiled all the time. She just smiled all the time. And that's great. That's totally great. But like, what does that mean to hide your pain for the thrill of just, putting on a mask of joy? Like, I think that joy has a purpose, and it's powerful, and it's healing, and it's transformative. And I'm definitely a joy cultivator, but I'm definitely a person that knows that it's important to sit in the honesty of how you feel, right? And so I am grateful for that experience. So I am going to read some of y'all's gratitude, okay? One challenge, thank you complimenting me on the book. Thank you, I appreciate that. Someone said, oh, the book has been life-changing for me. I almost highlighted the whole book. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that feedback. LaRonda, I appreciate that feedback. It's a good book, y'all. It helped me, and it's definitely a reflection of honesty, so I appreciate that. So Rachel says, a challenge, the first feeling of dissatisfaction, ooh, that you experience. Oh yeah. And then tell me what is a strength? What is a strength? The first feeling of dissatisfaction. I bet that there's a lot that you can learn from an experience of dissatisfaction. You can learn what you really want. You can learn what matters to you. You can learn what you don't want, right? And so you can find so much gratitude even in disappointment or dissatisfaction. So thank you for sharing that. One strength I'm grateful for is my resiliency. As much as I should have given up, I didn't. My most recent challenge I'm grateful for is being willing to ask for and accept help. You know what? We're gonna clap it up for Jessie, okay? Because it's a lot of us that do not feel comfortable asking for and accepting help. Listen, it's a journey that I'm still on. I think I'm like 96% there. But yeah, asking for help and accepting it. Because sometimes you can be like, oh, I wish somebody would help me. I wish somebody would do this. And then they step up and they're like, oh no, it's okay. I got it. I'm good, right? And it feels so magical to release things and let people hold it so you don't have to, and I say this as someone who holds space for people a lot, that I've continued to lean in on the people who want to step up and love on me and hold for me. Some of my best friends, Mimo and Jasmine, we've been friends for a long time. So we create this magic together, but we love each other, so much. So thank you so much for sharing that, Jessie. Yeah, I need to be honest with emotions. Girl, listen, being honest with emotions is important. And then that's part of self-love. To me, that's the honoring thyself, and that's honoring thy mind. Being honest with yourself is so important. How can you give yourself what you need if you don't acknowledge what you need, if you don't acknowledge the challenges that you're having, right? And so if you're experiencing unpleasant or uncomfortable emotions, it's really important to acknowledge them for yourself and communicate that to the outside world. I was challenged with 2 major job transitions this year, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. And so that's wonderful that you could find gratitude in that change, right? Because sometimes change happens and it just throws us for a loop. I know that is something I've definitely been going through lately. I've just had some major changes. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? This is a lot for me. And then I have, my great friends like, just lean into it, Tiffany. Just lean into it. So, change can definitely be hard. One strength I'm grateful for is being courageous to take risk and bet on myself in all ways this year. Yes, taking risk and having faith in your ability to get on the other side of the risk is really, really beautiful. And, I am going to do another plug. I have a podcast called The Shift is Real. And Njadeka, who was on the financial panel, she actually has an episode with me, and it was on the value of risk and reward. And that episode is fire. Okay. If anyone else has had challenges around risk this year or is in gratitude for the risk that they took, I would really encourage you, check out that episode of The Shift is Real, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the stuff. Okay. Yeah, taking risk can be really, really challenging. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so Rachel, so strength. Grateful for my ability to influence and ability to change narratives with that influence. Yeah, girl, because you is powerful. Let me tell y'all about Rachel, okay? I'm about to brag on my friend right now, okay? This woman is powerful, okay? She's powerful. She is executive director of an amazing organization. She is a creative, she is a visionary, she is a change agent. And so, I'm happy to hear you embracing your influence. And yes, I'm going to put you on blast, and I know you cracking up right now. Felicia says a strength that she's grateful for is faith. Absolutely so important. A challenge she's grateful for is sticking to goals despite enticement. I love it. Because, things can get hard and you could want to leave, you could want to release it. And, sometimes it is cool to just let stuff go, but to stick through something, oh my gosh, that's so important. One challenge I'm grateful for has been finding a way to see and interact with family. Yeah, because we're social creatures, and even if you don't like your family, which can totally happen, just creating social connections is important. That's part of social wellness, right? Like, that's what I'm going to end this note on. One strength I'm grateful for has been creative in ways to be able to share quality time. Yeah, that's great. Girl, share some of your creative ways that you use to create, to have quality time with people. I think we all need ideas, because, sometimes you just get zoomed out, child. Okay. Pivoting with virtual and being more involved with outside. Okay. That was the tip. I appreciate that. Leah says a big challenge for me lately has been to even acknowledge my strength in times where I felt very isolated and alone. Well, you know what, Leah, I'm about to love on you real quick. So Leah is my intern assistant, y'all. She's amazing. She manages my Be Life. She creates we create content together. She is such a light, a bright light in this world. She came to me in the summertime like, oh, I follow you. You're amazing. I want to learn from you. And I was like, okay, girl, let's do this. And so, Leah, I appreciate your ambition. I appreciate your curiosity. I appreciate your courage. And I appreciate your openness. So I just acknowledge some strengths for you. Okay. Also, just trying to find strength in shifting feelings of loneliness into the power of my independence. You got that, sis. You got that. Rachel's laughing. Leah is the best. Yes, and Leah is supporting us with this today. So thank y'all so much for sharing. Okay, so the last step. So we went over gratitude. We went over 5 commandments of self-love. I'm in the hood. I don't know if y'all can hear them honking in the back, but I hope not, because they is like going wild right now. Golly. So now we're going to talk about how does gratitude connect. What are y'all doing? How does gratitude impact your relationships? Okay. So when the thing about self-love is, part of it is about acknowledging yourself and seeing yourself, but it's So what do I mean? Sometimes we are very critical and judgmental of people because we are actually very critical and judgmental of ourselves. Okay, we might demean or belittle or minimize the things that other people do or the impact that other people have because we don't even know how to see our own value, see our own worth, see our own importance in this world. So it is important that if you're learning how to express gratitude for yourself, that it's also important for you to express gratitude for people, those that you feel are aligned and not aligned for you. One thing that I really believe is that people are teachers, and they are teachers for different reasons, no matter how temporary or long lasting they are in your life, right? So what I want to do in this last portion is just really talk about the power of expressing gratitude about the people that have impacted you and the people that are in your life so that you can continue to build deep, rich, intimate, thriving social connections. Okay, so again, this session is all about it's about gratitude, but it's speaking to the social wellness dimension. And so choosing, cultivating, nurturing, being mindful of the connections that you have to yourself and others for your whole social well-being. Okay, so question that I want to pose to you. Again, you can hop on with me or drop it in the comments, okay? Who is someone that you are grateful for and why? Okay. And then what's a major lesson that you've learned from someone who's no longer in your life that you don't have a relationship with? Okay, so we're not talking about people that have like died or transitioned, right? But we're talking about people that an old friend, an ex, someone you had a fallout with, right? So gratitude for a person that's in your life and why, and gratitude for someone who's no longer present in your life and why. Okay, go. Now you might not want to, be vulnerable with the second one. That's totally okay. You get to choose how deep you go. But I really want to encourage you to think about it. So in true fashion, I will start. I have so many people that I'm grateful for. But one person I'm grateful for is Jasmine. Y'all ain't seen her yet. She's one of the co-founders. We are soulmates. We are soulmates. And literally feel everything for each other. We speak each other. Oh, who, me? Shut up, girl. We speak each other's language. It is very intuitive for me to go to her. Like, I feel like we are one in so many ways. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional, y'all. I'm still on my menses. Okay. I adore her in so many ways. We're there for each other. We hold space for each other unapologetically. We play with each other. We can challenge each other. We can hold each other accountable. And it is something that I am eternally grateful for. So much of my life in adulthood, I don't know what it would have been like without her. And so I'm just very, very grateful for her. You gonna go cry, girl? Okay, I'm about to cry. Okay. A person that's no longer in my life that I'm grateful for. I would say all of my exes. Particularly the ex that sparked my intentional self-love journey. After the dissolving of that relationship, I was like, whoo, let's take some time, focus on self, and let's love this person, okay? Because girl, you And from that reflection journey, I started blogging. I created my platform, The Be Life. I wrote my first book, Be Love, Daily Intentions Guiding You to Self-Love. And, you know, I continue to go on this journey, and I am the fabulousness that you see today, you know. So I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned from that relationship. I'm grateful for the disappointment. I'm grateful for the heartbreak. I'm grateful for the things that came to pass because it allowed me to really become more introspective and intentional about how I nurture myself, how I honor myself, how I pay attention to the types of relationships I have. And I'm so grateful because my life is like hella peaceful. I have amazing people that I'm surrounded with all the time, and it's just really powerful for me. So let's see. So we have a couple minutes. I'm going to get into these two. Friends, I've learned to just love and accept the purpose that people play in my life instead of forcing results. Yeah, girl, yes. Okay. Learn to accept the purpose that people play in your life instead of forcing results. I love that. Some people are here to help you learn more about yourself and boundaries. Right, exactly. Letting go sometimes is the greatest lesson. Absolutely. LaRonda says, I'm grateful for my son because he taught me to accept people where they are and not where I might want them. See, I'm my life coach, y'all. I'm my life coach. Woo! Okay, I'm going to repeat this. Accept people where they are and not where I might want them to be. Do you understand how heavy that is? Like going back to the acceptance piece. What did I say? That a self-love piece. That self-love is very much connected to unconditional, unapologetic acceptance of all the shit, right? So you learn how to do that for yourself. Also allows you to give people their space to show up in the ways that they show up. Now you can decide how you want to interact with them, but learning to accept where people are and not where they may be or where you may want them to be is a big deal. Grateful for a former best friend for teaching me that all relationships are not created to be permanent and must be reassessed periodically. I know we ain't got the same old best friend, but shit, that doesn't happen for me too. Amen, amen. I'm grateful for my girlfriend, Ebony. She has seen me through so many ups and downs, never judged. Oh, look, never judged. We love Ebony. We love her. Always loved me. She's my accountability business partner. I just love her. Listen, B, I love her too. Okay. Listen, to have people that are in your life and they show up with no judgment, that's hard. And I can say that as a Virgo because I am intuitively hella judgmental and critical. So I've had to like work on this shit for like a long time. I'm still working on it, but it's a great strength that some people have. I just love her, and someone that I'm grateful for from my past is my ex, the barber weed man that started me on my new venture in the legal cannabis industry. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me go back up to see okay. So Jesse said, I want to acknowledge my gratitude to my cousin Shanetta for sharing this coalition with me to join. I've learned some new information. Oh my gosh. All the gratitude. Okay, y'all. So we're going to do a couple of deep breaths. Okay. So I want you to I want to encourage you, welcome you, take a deep breath through your nose, inhale 5 seconds, and then exhale 5 seconds. And as you're doing it, I want you to offer yourself either one affirmation or state one thing that you're grateful for, like internally. Okay. So go ahead and take a deep breath. We're going to do 3. So go ahead, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Okay. Thank y'all so much for engaging with me. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for Coco Coalition, Mimo, Leah, Jasmine. I'm grateful for all of you showing up for yourselves and taking the time today. I just want to encourage you to, if you don't have a gratitude practice, create one. And that could be as simple as when you wake up in the morning, you say 5 things that you're grateful for and why. And that's it. That won't take no more than 5 minutes. You can always tap into gratitude. And I want to encourage you to start asking people in your life what is one thing that they're grateful for. You'd be amazed what that does to people, like sharing an attitude of gratitude. Okay, so as we close out to this, we're going to go into networking one more time. If you don't want to go straight into networking, you can also tap into Expo. And we're going to do Sister Girl shout out now. So is that us going into, we're just going to bring them up on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, just kidding. Don't go to networking. Just stay here. Don't move. I was wrong. Yeah, okay, so we're doing what we call Sister Girl networking shout out. So what we would like for you to do, any passion. Ooh, she fly.
I think I have to change something, Mimo. I'm gonna change something. If everyone's still in the room, though, I'm gonna change the thingamabobber. Pay me no mind.
Okay. So if you're in the room, stay in the room. If you want to go into networking, that's fine. Do we want people to do both? Okay. So if you want to go into networking, that's fine. But if you have any business, if you have any businesses, any passions, just any general skill set, like you're good at organizing, you're good at research, I don't know, and you want to just come up and share, we want people to hear from you. So this is something that we do in our Live Coco events. Again, you don't have to have a business. You don't have to have a side hustle. If you are just looking for somebody to connect with because you want a prayer partner, accountability partner, you need some help finding, I don't know, some type of resource, we want you to come up here, share it. If you're a resourceful person in some way, we want you to come up here and share it. My books are where it says the Be Life. So I have my books listed, my workbooks, and my journal. So I have my book, The 5 Commandments of Self-Love, Gratitude Journal, Grounded in Gratitude Journal is like prompts, my Identity Exploration Workbook, hey boo-boo, and I think there's one more thing there. But yeah, if you go to Expo where it says the Be Life, and then you go over, this is Jalea, y'all. Then you go slides, you'll see the link to my book, The 5 Commandments of Self-Love. Okay. Who's gonna hop on stage and plug themselves? Her name is Jalea. Yes, Jalea is amazing. She's in full form today, just being excited. Okay, I'm here for it. So we want y'all to plug yourselves. Tiana, how you doing, girl?
Can you guys hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Well, I know I have to leave shortly. I've honestly stayed way longer than I was supposed to, but I had to stay for Grounded in Gratitude. But before I plug myself, I want to thank Tiffany and Mimo and Coco Coalition. Tiffany and Mimo were like my mentors in college. And so to be in the same space with them as colleagues, as practitioners, as wellness folks makes me immensely proud and happy to just share community in space. So I'm proud of y'all, proud of Coco Coalition. So again, my name is Tiana, aka the Wellness Bae, and I have recently launched my business, Soul Free Wellness. It is a wellness practice in which I am coaching and consulting. I provide I'm a certified wellness and life coach, and I work with BIPOC folks, especially Black women. All my clients are Black women at the moment. And I help you build wellness routines, self-care goals, work on your communication, as well as self-esteem. And I also have wellness consulting, in which I provide wellness curriculum for schools, collectives, nonprofits, and private sector spaces. I provide presentations and healing circles. So you can find me at Soul Free Wellness on Instagram, and you can find my website at soulfreewellness.com. And overall, just looking for empowerment spaces. So if you're just in like some networks or you meet weekly or something, I would love to like join in and feel your energy. Yes, so that's me, Tiana, and I'm happy to be here and hopefully connect with some of you all soon. Thank you so much, Coco Coalition.
Of course. Can you type in all of that information?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Feel free to share. Thank you. All right. Yeah, just in the chat box where it says session.
Awesome. Do I take myself out?
Mimo take you out. Cool. Thank you. Okay, who's next? I'm gonna call y'all out. Who's next? I will do it. Whether I know you or don't, I will do it. All right, get LaRonda up here. Woo! Come on, LaRonda. She said, I don't know how to get in. We're gonna pull you in. Tag you in. Tag you in. Tag you in. Got her? No? Okay. Does she, oh, she has to request. Oh, you should see something that says request to share your video and audio, and then click that. And that's how we'll tag you in. It's the blue button. Okay. Jasmine, why don't you share a little bit about yourself? Fine. Okay. Anyone?
I will, as soon as we are done with this
Okay.
this session, I will absolutely share.
Okay.
We did tag LaRonda in, so we're just waiting for her to come on screen.
Okay. Cool. So what we're doing right now, y'all, we're doing our sister share out. So we want you to share yourself, any passions that you have, any projects that you have, anything you're working on building, any businesses that you have. Again, you don't have to have a business. Even if you're just looking to connect to people around something, you know, that happened today, this, that, and the other. If you just want to share like any social media handles, that's okay too. So there is a button to request to share. Hey girl.
Hi you guys. Once again, I want to thank you for this space. It's been so beautiful, especially like the interaction with everyone in the chat and just beyond. Like the energy is kind of unmatched and undescribable.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Sorry, I was on mute.
We appreciate you. Sorry, we're on mute and we're like.
No problem at all. My name is Brittany Batts. I go by Tanae. I'm an urban planner by trade. I also was previously a biologist, so kind of environmental and urban planning, community development aspect. Thank you guys. I work for a nonprofit for community development and historical preservation. And one of my biggest passions is poetry. And I recently self-published a poetry book on Juneteenth called Joy and Contradictions. Thank you so much. And it's just like a symbolization of, like you were speaking of, Tiffany, self-love, just discovering my own inner confidence as a woman, and then also community love and community need, how we're supporting one another and how we all play a role in each other's life inherently.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you drop where we can grab that book in the chat, please? And your information. So anything that you want to share with us, whether it be Instagram, email, whatever, we can connect with you. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me, and thank you for having this.
Yay. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to get someone else here. Well, while we're waiting for folks to come up, I can share a little bit, maybe a little. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Mimo, for those of you who don't know me. 1/3 of Coco, obviously. And I have my own little company that I just started in August
I'll be selling Ethiopian, not little, I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I always get in trouble.
Come on now. Come on.
I'm just dancing with you too.
Glad you reframed it. Glad you reframed it.
Okay.
It's a mighty business. It's a mighty business. So I started a coffee business that I inherited from my mom. My mama's strong, perseverant woman. She's like, you know, an entrepreneur and has always been an entrepreneur. And so she's passing on that hat to me, and I'm super excited to take it on, rebranded it, and making sure that I give it a modern Ethiopian twist, which is, you know, kind of bringing what Ethiopian coffee and community is to people's homes. The goal is that I want to increase Black individuals just enjoying drinking coffee as much as it's tea or whatever it is taking time to really connect with themselves and making it a ritual rather than just like rushed experience, how coffee has been marketed in a lot of different spaces. And then there's not one, at least from all the things that I've seen, there has not been not one woman in the coffee business that's Ethiopian. So I'm trying to pioneer and push this forward a bit more, making sure that we take our power back. I'm also looking forward to creating more opportunities to work on and highlighting social impact goods. So if you're a nonprofit leader or does a lot of things that are supporting the common good for humans and just social life, I would love to connect with you for Great Good Leaders, which is the platform that I've created to do that. So hit me up, let me know if you're interested in connecting with me. I would love to work with you all. So yay, that's me. Yay.
Women. Anyone else want to come up and share? So we're sharing passions, what we would like to connect with people around, any businesses, any projects. This is what we call sister network share out. Nope, my brain is fried. That is not what it's called, but that's what we're doing right now. We're just
sister girl networking is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But Yolanda is trying to get on still, so we will.
Okay.
She'll come on screen at some point.
Okay. She just entered the session.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'll share. You'll hear my child in the background. I'm Jasmine. I am a community college counselor by day. I am a doula by night, a reproductive health advocate, and 1/3 of Cocoa Coalition. I am in charge of strategic partnerships, which I tell people is a fancy way to say I go get the money for us to continue to do what we do. I think that's it. I'm a mom, which is that's probably the biggest thing that I do of all the things I just shared. And I'm super excited to be in the space. Did I leave anything out, Tiffany?
Nope, I think that was pretty good. I'm proud of you.
Come on, bro.
Did she mention Proud Legacy? Because I don't remember that.
I didn't.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she said reproductive health advocate in general.
Yeah,
so
but how? Well, how you do that?
Right.
But how
My brain is going to the deep end. It's at the edge. Go ahead, Jasmine. Proud Legacy.
Navigate my background at the moment. So I own a wellness concierge for women that focuses on all of the different reproductive stages that your womb could be in. So whether you want to have children or not, having good womb health in general, and then pre and post pregnancy womb health and lifestyle changes. So you can find it on all platforms. It's Proud Legacy, myproudlegacy.com and My Proud Legacy on all platforms. Thank you, Nemo. Love you.
Wonderful. Anyone else want to hop on? I'll share a couple of things. I mean, I kind of shared stuff sporadically. But Mimo and I, both of our company stuff is in Expo. So mine is the Be Life. That is my wellness and empowerment platform. I have published several books, workbooks, and journals, all centered around self-love, identity, mindfulness. So it is a passion of mine. So you can follow me at _BE_life, or you can follow me on my Instagram at Tiff Inspires. You can purchase any of my books. It's holiday season. If you're trying to give the gift of self-love, personal development, like I said, I have books, I have workbooks. So, you can go ahead and go on Amazon and do the Prime thing, or get it whenever it gets there to them. And I am a mental health clinician based in Inglewood. So, if you have any questions about therapy, you can email me. I'm full right now, so I'm not taking clients, but you can definitely email me. I also have a podcast called The Shift is Real. Episodes drop every Friday. Jasmine was actually recently dropped on this last episode. And then Mimo, I think, is on episode like 4 or 5. And so yeah, that's me. Anybody else want to share anything? We could actually just close out early if you guys want to. You want to? Okay, Camila.
Hey Tiffany.
Hey girl.
I met Tiffany about a year ago in Alabama at a mental health summit, and I just wanted to share. I think I was actually supposed to be going to a different workshop, and then I went back and read the descriptions, and I read Tiffany's description, and like the energy jumped off the page. I was like, I need to go there. So when I went, I ended up speaking to her one-on-one. And you know how sometimes you go to events and you meet people and everybody's like, oh yeah, we're going to connect and da-da-da, and then it never happens. Well, before I left Alabama, because I'm from Jersey, and before Tiffany left, she had already connected with me. So that right off the bat just let me know, like, okay, this is the real deal here. So I'm just really, really grateful. And I just think all of you ladies are awesome. This was a wonderful event today. And I wanted to just kind of share my connection with Tiffany. So you see it's a little bit dimmer over here. I'm on the East Coast, but
wait, and you didn't mention that you came to the DC brunch.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And also I came to the DC brunch, and that was wonderful. So what I will share is that my background is in public health, behavioral sciences, health education. So I do a lot in program development, program coordination, all that stuff. But my passion is mindfulness and meditation because of the impact it made on my personal life. So 7 years into my practice, I decided to integrate the two, the public health and the mindfulness and meditation. So I started the Mindful Woman LLC, which focuses on using mindfulness as a life practice. So not just something that you pick up when you're like, oh, I want to relax, or I'm not feeling great, but on a daily basis, learning how to incorporate it as a life practice so that you can liberate yourself from, all the things that hold you back from living the life that you really want. So stress management, cultivating self-care, and also reconnecting to our authentic selves. The way that we were born here without fear, without the judgment, without the doubt. And so that's what I share with the Mindful Woman, how we can do that, get back to that authenticity. So my Facebook, The Mindful Woman, FB is my Facebook, and then Instagram at The Mindful Woman _. So just kind of look out, because I'm just starting The Mindful Woman, but I'm going to be doing some things in the first quarter of the year, a 4-week series, mindfulness and how to use it to manage stress, and then hopefully just, expanding from there. So thank you, ladies.
Yay, you're amazing. So proud of you. That's awesome. And I'm also a public health background, so we got to connect.
Yes,
all right.
Yes. Well, if there's no one else that want to share, then we can go ahead and wrap up early. So we just, want to say thank you so much. You're going to be getting an email afterwards, and we're going to supply you with information around our panelists and speakers. We also have some links to some goodies. We'll still keep the event live till 4:30. 4:30. So if you do want to go into the expo to peruse, anything, we please support Black business. We also have a host of ways that you can continue to stay connected to us and support us. Mimo, you want to go over the ways that they can support us?
Absolutely. We got plenty of ways. I mean, we got them all because we love the support, and we want to make sure that we get all the blessings that you can offer. So the reason why we have fundraising is one, to offer you this type of space. So there's the mental health component where we'll obviously work to give you the space, whether it be workshop, conference, retreat, some sort of interaction with Black women, with other Black women. So that is one bucket. The other bucket is for our scholarship fund. This year was our first year funding 3 amazing young women that were in the civic engagement, health advocacy, and the art in the arts. We were able to get them some scholarship for this year, which was super amazing and exciting. We've been in the works for the longest in putting that together. So it's been such an amazing journey to actually see it and actually happen and in fruition. And the name, and I would mention this, all 3 of us have lost our parent, one parent that have passed along and passed on. And the scholarship is to highlight and kind of carry their legacy forward. And so it's been an amazing thing to even name the scholarships within our parents' name and give them that acknowledgement and yeah, just acknowledging their presence and their ancestry to us. And then the last thing is for the feminine hygiene program that we have, where we send feminine hygiene products to Ghana and South Africa schools. When we were able to travel, Tiffany usually purchased them while she's there and then provides it to the schools. But we're gonna have to find a very creative way to get that to the people. So that is what you're supporting. I just wanted to start out with that because the story matters. So we don't want to be like, give us money. And it's like, what are we gonna give you money for, right? So wanted to give you a full picture and transparency of what the money does. And the way you can support us is, yes, go to cococoalition.org. There's a donate button. You can do a recurring support or a one-time support. And it is all tax deductible. So we'll send you a tax deductible code. I don't know if I said that right, but yes, we'll send you a number so that you can get tax deduction when tax time comes. And there's other ways that you can support us is by going to our shop. We have a shop on bonfire.org. I think it's .org. I don't know if it is the right address. Jasmine, if you can type it in, that would be awesome. Or Tiffy.
It's also in the expo. So all of our products, links to links to totes, all products that Coco merch that we have is in that.
Yeah. And we have really amazing merch. We have really powerful statement shirts and totes and cups and all that good stuff. But yeah, one of the best one that is I think the best seller is that I am my ancestors.
I make my ancestors proud.
Thank you, because I was mixing it up with the other one. And the Black Women Matter. So those are the 2 I think most popular shirts. And then another way that we can support us is go to Amazon Smile and put our information in instead of just going to Amazon.com or Prime.com. And that way, wherever you purchase, a portion of that goes to our account directly. It's an easy way to get us funding and donate the money because you're buying something and some of that is coming to us.
Also plug Facebook. So we're an official Facebook listed nonprofit. So if you're ever doing like one of those holiday fundraisers or birthday fundraisers, you can always list Cocoa Coalition as a organization that you want to fundraise for. We also time giving set up on our website. So if you want to just, have a $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever, how much money that you would like to donate on a monthly basis, you can do that as well.
Absolutely.
So we want to really just say thank you so much. We appreciate you. Make sure to follow us. This is our last event for the year, our last event for a couple of months. We go into retreat mode and building mode. So we just really want to say thank you again so much. Jazz, anything that you would like to add to? So I want to end on the note of I want to share an affirmation, and then I would love before you leave, like I said, we'll be open live still till 4:30, but we're gonna wrap this up now. But I'm gonna share affirmation. Mimo can share affirmation. Jasmine can share affirmation, and before you leave, we would love for you to just type an affirmation in the box. Also, you can send people direct messages and do video chat with them while you're still on this if you want to. So if you look for people and then you click on their thing, you can do video chatting with them. And so if you want to stay on here and network, again, we're still going to be live till 4:30, but this is going to be the end of programming. So what we're doing right now, we're closing session with affirmations that each of us is going to give one. And then y'all can type one in. So the intention is, if we were in person, we would have an affirmation that we say, and then you repeat. But that's not what's happening. So we're going to still say something, and then you can repeat, for yourself. And then we would love for you all to include an affirmation at the bottom. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I am a Black woman. I am powerful. I am grounded. I am magnificent. So you can say, I am a Black woman. I am grounded. I am powerful. I am magnificent. Yes. And I'll type mine. Go ahead, Nemo.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, there's a bit of a feedback, I think. Can you maybe mute yourself? Okay. Now, okay. So my affirmations are, I live in abundance and in blessings. I am enough. I am made with purpose, and I am beautiful. I don't know what I said. It just came to my spirit, so I just said it. So hopefully you got that.
That's fine.
Okay.
And I will say, this is the one that's been resonating with me for the past day or so. It's the wealth, abundance, and strength of my ancestors live at my feet. Ashe. Oh, Mr. Roger made my thing. Tiffany, you want me to type that? I will.
For you to share any, as we're wrapping up, we're just sharing affirmations. So we would love for you to share any affirmations. I'm going to repeat the affirmations that you share. My body is open and my mind is clear. My body is open and my mind is clear. I am beautiful. I am capable. I am amazing. I am uniquely made. I love that. Any other affirmations? We got 14 people in here. Would love an affirmation from each of you. I am liberated and my ancestors walk alongside me on this journey. Ooh, I felt that. I felt that. I am divine expression. Wow, that's powerful. Anyone else have any affirmations that they want to share? That's really powerful. Wait another minute or so. I am enough and my life has purpose. Whew, yes, I am enough and my life has purpose. I am enough and my life has purpose. All right. Yeah. I have noise in my background, so I'm gonna mute Mimo or Jazz. You can.
Sorry, it's taking me a while. Okay, so Camila said, I am enough. I am enough. I love it. It's emphasis. Amen. I am connected to infinite power. I am unlimited potential. Ooh, yes. Yes to unlimited potential. And I love that I am unlimited potential. Oh, yes. Okay. I am moving towards my destiny. Ashe. It's beautiful. I am moving towards my destiny. There is power in repeating, I've noticed. You know, when you say it more, it's like, it sticks in, it kind of gets rooted. It finds the soil within you in a way. It's so powerful.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we're in our head, right? And so saying it repeatedly allows it to drop down past our necks and get into our hearts and get into our bellies. And then when we get in our bellies, that's when we feel it. So sometimes we're saying the words, but we're still in a very cerebral place. So I absolutely agree with you. Repeating it as many times as you need to feel it. You just say it over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I talked about this yesterday in our clubhouse, but there is an Insight app that I've been loving for meditation and affirmation. And I literally find all the Black women in there and listen to theirs because one, I can relate to them, and it's easier for me to hear that. And then second, it's such a powerful thing that they continue to repeat it for you. So you're also getting the practice of repetition and not just saying it once and then moving away from it. So I just wanted to drop that because that's been an amazing app that I've been using. Hopefully, maybe we can move into app creation next year or the year after. Because Coco be good, we'll be dropping gems.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. It's been a lovely, lovely day. We worked so hard on this, so we are so grateful that you showed up and enjoyed it. Again, so we're going to end session. Programming is going to end, but the expo is still open. Networking will still be open till 4:30. So if you want to hop in there or do anything, support any of the products that are listed, feel free. Until next time, y'all, thank you so much. Many blessings.